And welcome back to ZimDog, and we are going to check out Police Simulator Patrol Officers. You may have been in my recent stream where we actually played this for the first time. This was just released 2 days ago, I guess. Developed by Acer Interactive, published by Astrogen Entertainment. And some pretty weird tags here. Anyway, early access game. Currently on sale, ends June 24th in terms of that early sale that Steam often does. This is a simulation type game where you take the role of a police officer. We're going to jump right in. Try to simplify what this game is about in terms of what you're going to be doing if you decide to play this game, and it can be basically boiled down to this. The game breaks it down into week, as in not days but weeks, and during that week you're going to choose 5 shifts to work. Your shift will determine where you are and to a degree what you'll be doing, and then at the end of the week it just resets and you start a new week. You do progress your career. It looks like currently up to 30 stars in terms of career progression, and from the beginning you have very few things unlocked. As in, location-wise, you have to start here at North Point. And so the other parts of this district you will unlock as you get a few levels under your belt. And it also, if you notice here on the left side of the screen, different activities and even tools will also be unlocked as you move through the different areas. So that after you've played for just 2 or 3 hours, I would say, you'll have most everything unlocked and a more varied, more variety in your experience when you do take a shift. There also will eventually be two more districts. Right now we just have the melting pot. 2 more coming soon. In terms of coming soon, the other thing is, according to the roadmap, it looks like the next significant update, at least, will include some sort of computer access where you'll have a little more interaction with your computer. Hopefully that means like calling in tags or even IDs of people that you interact with to get more immediate feedback on those items. It looks like there's other things that's coming soon too, like the flashlight tool, which if you're working an evening shift would obviously be helpful, as well as road flares. And you can check out the full roadmap through the Steam site, as well as probably their own website, which I have not looked at. But on Steam, you can see their roadmap and other aspects of what's coming soon. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to do an on-foot shift. We have unlocked the car patrol option now, but I haven't done it yet. We may look at that briefly at the end, but I mean, I don't even know about controls in the vehicle or what that's like. I really enjoy the foot patrol, especially once you have a variety of activities to do. So we have all of these different regions of the district that we can take a shift on. Each one of these yellow icons is a shift. You can see it's either going to be in the car or on foot. It also shows daytime or nighttime. We're going to do a daytime shift, morning shift here in Chester. Foot patrol, and it says it's high crime, so that's why you see the red. This is the first time I've taken a high crime shift, which is kind of interesting. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to jump right in, and I will just try to talk through different aspects of the game as we play. I do like the on-foot patrol, especially after you've gotten a few levels, because there's enough variety to keep it interesting, and I do think that's going to be key to this game's success, is variety. So let's leave the police station. Each police station is similar, although some are a little larger according to which part of the district you're in. Let's go ahead and get our hat on. Yes, that's good. And what we're going to do is, because we've unlocked callouts, at this point, we're not going to do anything that's going to, take up a lot of time other than just sort of walking around, seeing if any of these vehicles are parked inappropriately, if they don't have it's hard to see some of the license plates. We want to make sure they're not expired, make sure they're not parked in front of fire hydrants or in no parking zones, and make sure they're all parked in the right direction. So far, it looks like we have some good law-abiding Citizens. Uh-oh. May 2019. It is May 14th, 2020. Their tag is 1 year expired. So we're going to interact. We're going to do a parking ticket specifically for expired license plate. And a lot of times you'll have a bonus for your shift. Right now it just says in the top left-hand side of the screen, show police presence. So we don't have a specific bonus like if you catch speeders or if you this parking meter is expired, or if you write parking tickets or clear up accidents or whatever, you'll get a bonus. In this one, it looks like just by walking around and doing any kind of police activities, we will show our presence and potentially work towards some sort of bonus. Just making sure this is in a parking spot. It is, although the tag is expired, the license plate. Alright, let's don't get run over, but cross over, and we'll continue down the street. Again, we're just kind of hopefully going to get a call out. I feel like we will. It's been a long time since I've done a shift without getting a couple of call outs. So this is 2020, and it's March, and we're in May. So that's now 2 months. We're going to go ahead and say that is enough to show the expired license. Now, this may seem a little slow, and if this is all the game was, it would be slow because we're basically just a glorified parking ticket writer. Anybody available? But now we're getting a call out for a wanted person.
I'll take care of it.
We've updated your map with the potential area where the suspect can be found.
This is where it gets a little more exciting. Alright, so we're going to pull out our police computer just to look at the map. So it's right here on the edge of Chester and North Point. Hopefully they will be within Chester so we can see them. We'll hit escape, and let's start heading that way. So we're looking for Violet Foster. She is armed. She's wearing a gray suit with red pants. The red pants should be easy to spot. And we want to approach her somewhat carefully. I've had people try to flee on us. I've never had anyone actually attack us, so let's hope this isn't the first time. But this definitely feels like a simulation game, police procedural. I've had a lot of fun. I'm very excited about continuing to check in on the game as development continues. As I've said, we've almost unlocked everything that's in the game now, so I will check in and see how the patrol car shifts work, either at the end of this video or perhaps on the next video.
I've arrived in the area. I'll start looking for the suspect.
We need to pay attention here. But besides that, I think we've started to kind of see everything that there is at this point. Those pants are not red. So you can right-click and focus a little more closely on someone, and it will give you an indication of whether or not it fits the description at all. If it fits it at all, it could say that could be her. That doesn't necessarily mean that it is her, though. So there's red, but that's on the top, not the pants. So obviously that's not her. Gray suit, but not red pants. Let's keep looking. If we don't see her right around the corner here, that is her. And now she's fleeing.
BPD, stop!
So we pulled out our taser, and she decided that she was going to stop, which is nice. Let's get her
Your
ID,
ID, please.
and actually confirm that it is her.
Here you go, officer.
So it is Violet Foster. That's who we're looking for. It is not expired, so we don't have to worry about that. She looks nervous. We're going to go ahead and search, which means frisk her. She could try to run again. I've seen that happen.
Go to jail?
She's fleeing. It says, but she's not actually moving, so I guess she's not going to flee. I'm not sure we got a successful frisk there. Let's try this again. Handgun, matchbook, switchblade. So feel a little better the fact that she no longer has the handgun on her. So we're going to do background check and document. We're going to let her know that she's under arrest for an open warrant.
I have to arrest you for having an open warrant.
Please, no.
And then we will call for arrest
I need
transport.
some backup here to take a suspect into custody.
Understood. We're sending the closest transport to your location.
So it's worth mentioning, up in the right-hand part of the screen, we have both SP and CP. SP would be our shift points, and at the end of the shift, those are what's going to go into our experience pool. CP, I think, is conduct points. Okay, so there we got the credit. The transport must be close if we already got credit for it. Conduct points is something that you can lose. Is this a parking spot? I mean, it's not really, but it's close enough that I'm not going to bother with it. Turn signal. That car did not use a turn signal. You can use pullover sign. Okay, so we will try to pull out our pullover sign. The driver wasn't able to see me. That's weird. I guess, I don't know. I mean, they haven't turned yet.
We require support. Who's available?
All right, we're going to accept minor
I'll
accident.
manage it.
So there's now a minor accident. Instead of worrying about, yeah, there's the transport for the prisoner, by the way. You see her going over to get her. There's the van that she will be taking her in. We are a long way away from where the accident is, so we need to get moving. All the way to there. So yeah, that's going to be a good haul. That's one thing about Chester. There's a couple of districts where you can tell it's going to be nice to be able to have, there are just cars parked inappropriately all over the place here. It's going to be nice to have the vehicle in some zones, even just to respond to call-outs, which might actually be the appeal of the car, not only being able to maybe a little more easily catch speeders, where currently you have to use the radar gun. It's a little awkward on foot to find like a good spot to be able to use it, and we just can't let this go, by the way. This is a no parking area. And we're going to go ahead and call for a tow truck.
I've
as
got
well.
a car here that needs towing. Can you send a record of my current location?
That's not a location that's easy to reach. It'll take some time, but we'll take care of it in the next 24 hours.
Anytime a car is not parked on the street and you ask to have it towed, they act like it's going to be just this really big chore. But that's okay. We still get credit for the taking care of the situation. I don't know, that car may be a little close to the crosswalk, but again, we're trying to get to an accident before the timer runs out. Hopefully no one's hurt. I've now seen accidents where you've got injuries and have to call for an ambulance. That didn't come at first. At first it was just very, very minor accidents, fender benders, but I've now started to see the injuries start to show up a little bit. So accidents, once you get the handle on them, they're not very difficult. Nothing's really difficult in the game. You just follow the procedures. It's fun though, and there's enough variety, at least for a while, to keep it entertaining, I think. Again, I think as this game moves forward, the key to its success will be more and more variety in what you're doing. So
I've
here's the
arrived on
accident.
site. I'll start clearing up the accident.
So the first thing we want to do is get out our camera. I always like taking care of the pictures first. And mostly what you're doing is photoing damage to the vehicles. If it's a more significant accident, you may have tires, place where the tires have left marks on the road, maybe from braking and that kind of situation. Again, no injuries here. It's just a little fender bender. Both vehicles have a driver who are thankfully patiently waiting for me right now outside of their car. And I think that's it on pictures. I think we probably got everything, unless, oh, there is one more up here. And it sort of shows you where you need to take photos. So typically, as you may know, typically it's the person in the back car that's responsible for an accident like this. But let's go ahead and check IDs,
If
make sure no
available,
one
proof of
is
insurance, please.
under the influence.
Here you go, officer.
Okay, we're looking for expiration date and name. So this is Alina Hall. Expires 3/2/2022. We are in 2020 in this game. So Alina Hall, expiration date 2019. So her insurance is expired. That could be why she's nervous. When someone's nervous, you really have the right to do a to frisk.
This person drove too fast.
To frisk them, but we won't frisk as long as she's not driving under the influence here. So we're going to do a DUI test first for alcohol. She's clear on alcohol. 0.08 is the limit in this make-believe city and state that I think is tailored after Boston. All right, so everything is good with her. We're going to let her stand there for a minute, though. We want to talk to this person. Oh, that's the vehicle. We want to talk. All right, let's check ID.
And, if available, proof of insurance, please.
Here you go, officer.
All right, Elijah Price, 2022. We're good. Elijah Price, 2019. Both of them have expired insurance. So we have to decide, do we want to ticket either or both of them? If we're going to ticket for insurance, we need to do both. They've just gotten into an accident, so I think giving them a ticket for this is probably okay. So 0.06, he is okay, although he has been drinking. It's not over the legal limit, which is 0.08 in this game, I believe. And he's good there as well. So we're going to go ahead and issue a violation for the driver. Expired ID? Well, it's actually no valid insurance.
I'm issuing you a ticket because you don't have valid insurance.
Really? That's so much money.
All right, we're also going to go ahead and give him his accident report.
This is your accident report.
This is an accurate report. Thank you.
And then we'll let him go.
You're good to go. Drive safe and have a nice day.
So giving the accident report before you make an arrest is probably the the easiest thing, at least for me, to forget.
I have to issue you a ticket because you don't have valid insurance.
Why does it cost so much?
And then we will give the accident report.
This is your accident report.
A well-documented and exhaustive report. Thank you, officer.
And then we'll let her go as well.
You're good to go. Drive safe and have a nice day.
Please don't run me over. All right, so we took care of the accident. All good. The other thing that is important to remember, we'll look at the details on that. Just make sure we did everything correct. These are the things you get bonus points for. And we would have negative. If we did something wrong, we'd have negative. Everything looks good. The other thing with accidents that sometimes can be hard to remember is, in most cases, you're not seeing the accident. So even if someone says, yeah, I forgot to use my turn signal, you don't give them a ticket for not using the turn signal. Really, all you're doing is collecting the statements, gathering evidence, and then giving them the reports. The only time you're really intervening is if someone is DUI, and then you need to take care of that, obviously, and arrest them. So let's see. Let's see where we are on the map. We want to stay somewhat centralized so let's just like head back in this direction so that if there's another call out, we don't have a ton of running to do in any given direction. We have, let's see, about 25% of our shift left. I guess I should mention that. Shifts last 20 minutes. So an 8-hour shift takes 20 in real life minutes, which seems about right. I like the length of time for shifts. You feel like you're making progress when the shift ends, and there's enough time in the shift to do some things but not get too bogged down or get too, just sort of tired of it. Alright, so we are a little closer. Another call out. Hopefully we'll be able to get there. He is parked really close to the sidewalk, but not on the sidewalk, so we're not going to ticket for that. We're good on the tag. Tag is good. Not expired.
We require support. Who's available?
Okay, we have another wanted person, so this is going to allow us to get quite a bit of XP.
I'll manage
We
it.
have new information on the suspect's position. We've updated your map.
As long as we can get there before the end of our shift and start it, then we'll get credit for it.
I've got a car here that needs towing.
420
Can you send a record to my current location?
meters. Looks like it's really far. Oh, it's way over at the
Location is
edge.
easy to reach.
So we're
We'll
going to
take some
start
time, but we'll take care of it in
start
the
running
next
that
24
way.
hours.
See if we can get there before the shift's over. I think we'll be able to, but it's a ways away. There's the police station there. Okay, so we're looking for Myla Gray, unknown age, blue dress, blue hot pants. So all blue, again, should be pretty easy. She, again, is armed. We're already up to 527 shift points, which is a decent amount. Now that we have all the call-outs and stuff unlocked, that's not unusual, though, which means you can level up pretty quickly per shift. And we've so far not gotten knocked. Our conduct points, or CP, only can go down. So you want to start and end the shift at 100 if possible. If you just lose a few here or there, it's not a big deal, though. Giving inappropriate tickets, running across, walking, across the
I've
street
arrived
when
in
you're
the
not
area.
supposed to.
I'll
Those
start
are
looking
things
for
that
the
you can
suspect.
lose conduct points for. And then there's more serious things, obviously, that you can lose a ton for. There's the blue dress, right? No, it's not a dress. Alright, so we're here. Wait, is that her? That could be her. Let's go ask if that's her. She turned around. Yep.
Police, stop!
Okay, she's not stopping.
BPD, stop!
Ooh, thought I was going to have to tase her. She did stop, though. Alright.
I'd like to see your ID, please.
Here you go, officer.
Myla Gray. Not expired. This is the important part. Hopefully we will remove the gun or knife,
I
whatever
can't go to jail.
Okay. Happened again. Thankfully that did not run. There's the handgun. So now we have the handgun. The stress is down tremendously. And just let her know.
I have to arrest you
There's an
for
open
having
warrant.
an open warrant.
What? Please, no.
I need some backup here to take a suspect into custody.
Understood. We're sending the closest transport to your location.
I think it'll come right over there and walk through here to pick her up. This is going to be a really good shift in terms of our overall experience and everything. The shift is about to end, but because we started this activity before it finished, we'll get credit for it regardless. I think we can walk away from her. Yep, there's the credit. We'll just wait for the shift to end, and then even if transport's not
Your
here,
shift is over,
we'll start
officer.
heading to the police department. They will pick her up. I mean, it would be a nice touch if you literally had to stand there with her. I also think it would be nice if you could sort of escort them towards the street, as long as that doesn't mess up the pathfinding for the AI in terms of the transport. If they can sort of work out that, it would be nice. Because at present, wherever you sort of arrest them, they will go to the closest sidewalk if they're on the street, but if not, they'll sort of just stay there. It's a little awkward, but there's definitely, I mean, it's early access. There's a lot of things that could be improved, But what we were talking about on the stream when I first tried this game is there's a solid base to this game. If you've played other police simulators or even mods for games like GTA, this feels really good. It's intuitive. It's easy to, do what you're wanting to do quickly and succinctly. There's definitely some polishing that needs to be done, and I'm sure a whole range of ideas that the developers have and now that the players probably have, since people are now playing the game, to maybe make some improvements. But solid base, and it's already a lot of fun with the current content. So let's come to a close in terms of the shift and see kind of what that looks like. Into our little small office here, find the right desk, which is this one, I think. And yep, end our shift. So we end up with 892 shift points. A very, very good shift. That will definitely push us up a star. Man, almost 2 stars. So now we have a new call out unlocked, traffic stops, and I believe that's going to be...
Your shift is long over. Return back to the precinct.
That's going to be the last unlock, at least that's in the game currently. If I'm not mistaken, we don't have anything else below that we can do. Okay, so let's... look, all of the shifts are on foot. So let's do this. We're going to take a day off, which we can hit R to do that. We've only taken 1 day off, so we can take 1 more day off. And now we have a car option. So let's just see what this looks like. We're not going to do a whole nother shift on video here. We don't want this to go much longer. But I've never experienced it yet, so let's experience it for the first time together. Now, one thing that, like I said, I don't know the controls or anything yet, and I'm also, though I'm playing the game on mouse and keyboard, I would like to drive with my controller. This is your patrol car. Before entering it, make sure to open the trunk where you can find additional tools. Here are some of the controls, and I'll pick up my controller in a second here. Pulling over other vehicles, you press Y. X pulls up the emergency lights. Different sirens with L3. LB does cruise control, which I don't care about. M pulls up the police computer, which I think, again, there's going to be more we can do with the police computer in the next major update. And then R3 changes the first person to third person. What that doesn't say is what is the... So M pulls it. Okay. Oh, there's all the controls. Maybe it'll keep those controls open on the back. Let's see what's in the trunk, though. So all we have is road flares, and those are not in yet. But additional tools likely coming to have in your trunk as well. Okay, so now when I do something with the controller, it shows me the controller options. And so that's how you pull up the police map. Emergency sirens are X. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So turn the sirens off. Honk. I'm going to assume that this is steer. Okay, so it only shows you the controls. Oh, it no longer shows me the controls. I guess I should have looked at it a little more for a little bit longer. I really want to invert the up and down, the y-axis. I wish I could get it to bring up the controls again.
There's an emergency. Urgent response required.
On my way.
Officer available.
Okay. I feel like I'm not in gear. Why is toggle blip, horn, siren? It doesn't say anything about like switching gears or anything. Gas pedal brake. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now we're moving a little bit. Hopefully we don't get negative for that. Oh, we did. So I guess we just want to honk, not actually pull over. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're going to have all kinds of problems here with losing conduct points driving. I think we should just be able to go. I mean, we're responding to a major accident, right? I'm not going to... You know what? I need to... I guess you have to be stopped to do this, but... Oh, it's up here. It's a long way away. And that's how you end a shift. Okay. If you do too much damage to the car, I had read that before. If you do too much damage to the car, you get sent to the beginning of your shift. It is definitely going to take some getting used to for me driving the car, and I knew it would be tough with the mouse keyboard. It's even a little bit tough controlling it with the controller. Okay, so at least you got to see what it was like riding around in the police car. I think that's actually going to be a lot of fun. I just need to get zeroed in on driving and not have those kind of accidents. You probably do need to drive a little more cautiously because of how quickly you can end your shift there. But you also have a limited amount of time to get there. So I just need to be better. You just got to get good. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I am having a good time with Police Simulator Patrol Officers. I'm also super excited to see what is going to be in the future updates. I definitely plan to keep an eye on this, and we'll try to do some update videos as they come. And if I get a little more adept at driving around in the patrol vehicle and kind of see what that's like with call outs, I may do a follow-up video to this one. But as always, thanks for watching, thanks for the support, and I will see you next time.